The Epic Adventurers by Sean T. Young. Episode 1. The Rusty Dragon. Our story takes place in the distant lands of Caledon, in a time of great turmoil. The great empire of Thane, once the pinnacle of civilization for over 1,000 years, had fallen into ruins generations ago. The once proud 7 kingdoms of the empire have all reverted back into sovereign nations. The largest of these kingdoms, the western lands of Vestlandia, is where our tale begins. Several miles outside of Starlam, the crumbling ancient capital of the empire, is one of the most popular taverns in the kingdom, the Rusty Dragon. Known far and wide for its delicious food and fine stout ale, it is also known as the place to go to hire adventurers. Mercenaries, wizards, rogues, warriors, and adventurers of every race, color, class, and culture come through the doors of the Rusty Dragon, all seeking fame and fortune.
Hey, well,
Yeah. Well, as I live and breathe, if it ain't me favorite barbarian, Mr. Rosner. Well met, sir. Well, greetings and well met, Bruce. I see you got the Iron Dragon statue out front repaired. How's business? Not bad. But much better since you bashed in the heads of that ogre gang used to extort the tavern, I dare say. Yeah, that was fun. Good times. Hey, I reserved the drafting table, you know, the big round one in the back. Certainly, sir. Putting a party together, are we? Yeah, yes and no. You got a patron, wants us to help him out on some deadly mission. Word's been out on the streets for a while now, you know, typical places, Thieves Guild, Black Market, the maid schools, temples, Warrior Academy, Adventurers Old Folks Home. Oh, and by the way, set us up a tab. My patron's gonna be footing the bill on this one. Very good, sir. Certainly, sir. I'll bring around a bunch of tankards of ale, some bread and cheese, a roast boar. How's that sound for starters? Yeah, sounds great. Now, leave the keg. Oh, and bring out a shitload of those pasties. You know, the ones with the curry. Gods, I love those things.
hey, well,
Yes, I'm here to meet with Rosner. Oh, right there in the back, brother. Well. Look what the saber-toothed cat drug in. Brother Stephen. Come here, you old bastard. How you been? I'm doing fine, thank you. You look well, Rosner. Lovely to see you again. I didn't know you actually wore clothes other than just a loincloth and a sword. Oh, yeah, the hide armor. I didn't have that last time, did I? Yeah, I killed a dire bear a while back. Skin's tough as nails. And look at you with all those fancy robes. Moving up in the church, are you? I'm a full priest now, just under High Priest Ostentine. However, I still retain the title of brother since I'm in the order of adventuring clerics. Well, pull up a chair next to me here and grab an ale. You can still drink, can't you? Aye, and then some.
hey, well,
Whoa, what the hell's is that? Some sort of savage by the looks of him, I suppose. You be Rothna? Ah, that I am. Let's see. Dark skin, ritual scarification, fancy feathers. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess you're not from around these parts. I'm guessing Ferelon or Borada Hatuk? Yep, Borada Hatuk, from Kingdom of Hasamatapela. You been to Borada Hatuk? No, I've seen it on maps. Nobody from here been to Borada Hatuk. He's 5,000 miles south across Great Ocean. I didn't catch your name there, traveler. My name is Zambuco. I am Shaman. Manu told me over a year ago. Go north across Great Ocean. Go north to Great Capital City. Manu says Zambuco needed for a big quest. Okay then. Sounds like you're in. Who's this Manu guy anyway? Manu not guy. Manu be spirits. Manu know things. Manu have great power. Yes, the gods and spirits often lead the way, even to those not attuned in Roth now. All right, enough of the religiosity. Can you fight? Zambuku use spear, never miss. Zambuku can fight. I say, your necklace there, is that made of tiger teeth? No tigers in Barada Hatug. Lion teeth. Lions, lizardmen, trolls, dinosaurs, Mokele and Bembe, Gru, hyenas, giant frogs, baboons, snakes, taras. Everything will kill you in Barada Hatug. That is why even Shaman are fierce warriors. But no tigers in Barada.
Hey, well met.
Excuse me, is this the Rusty Dragon?
Sure is, sweetie. What can I do for you?
Excellent. I'm looking for the barbarian named Rothar. Rothgar?
Yes, he's in the back, over at the drafting table.
It's funny. The term barbarian is rather a misnomer. Most barbaric tribes these days are actually quite civilized. The name is kind of holdover from the time of the...
Yeah, he's at the drafting table.
What in the name of Gromot?
Yes, I'm looking for a barbarian named...
Yeah, I'm Rosner. What's your name, good sir?
I'm Artiglen Fidgallen, a noted sage, alchemist, and artificer.
So, you're a wizard then?
Well, what makes you say that?
Well, you don't have the physique of a toe-to-toe fighter. And with the glasses and the funny hat and all, I figured you're a wizard. You have that kind of bookish look.
I'm not a wizard as such. Whereas a wizard draws their knowledge and potency from the arcane power that flows through the cosmos, I observe the motions of the celestial bodies and their relationship to the certain astronomical and mathematical formulas, which...
Yeah. Okay, so pretty much you're a wizard for all intents and purposes. Arnon, Goofy, what the hell was your name again?
Darden Glenfidgal, noted sage, alchemist, and artificer.
Parents couldn't decide which letters to use, so they just used them all, huh? Anyway, Arnie, what can you bring to the party?
Well, I am a genius, and I have an encyclopedic knowledge of almost everything adventure-wise.
Well, what can you do in combat? You gonna swing a book at someone or cast a spell at them?
Well, I don't cast spells as such, but I do have a large arsenal of potions, contraptions, and devices to befuddle, ensnare, confound, and defeat the enemy. In fact, one of them I am especially fond of. The flask of the salamander actually allows me to turn into
a nude. Okay. So you're a gadget man. Sounds good. Pull up a brew.
Well, thank you, good sir. I don't drink alcohol, as it impairs the mind and the motor functions, and I can't have the cheese. I'm lactose intolerant. It'll bind me all up and give me gas, which is a dangerous combination with some of my inventions. And I have to have the gluten-free bread. I have irritable bowels. Oh, and, by the way, I hope if we're going into any dungeons, that there's no dust or just play havoc with my allergies. And I hope there's no spiders or spider webs. I have a dreadly case of arachnophobia.
How did you survive into adulthood?
Well, I am a genius.
Hey, well met.
All right, hey, Steven, check out these two honeys coming your way.
Oh, yes, they do seem rather nubile.
Oh, thank the gods. This party was turning into a total sausage fest. Hey, ladies, hail and well met.
Well met. So you must be Hrothnar.
The name is pronounced Hrothnar.
Hrothnar?
No, Hrothnar.
You're saying the same thing I am.
You can't tell the difference between Hrothnar and Hrothnar.
Hrothnar.
Never mind. So, you ladies come to join our little party then?
That we have. I am Shalina, sword maiden from the kingdom of New Osland.
And I am the sorceress Wakia. I hail from the elven forest near the ruins of the ancient kingdom of Tandost.
Nice. Hey, what is it with you female adventurer types and your armor anyway?
What do you mean?
Well, like, for instance, you've got these giant-ass shoulder guards, spiked metal breast covers, chainmail bikini bottoms, high leather boots, not much else. Love those boots, by the way.
Don't you think it's sexy?
Well, yes, it's sexy. I mean, look at Wakia here. She's just got a diaphanous robe that barely covers anything. It's nearly transparent anyway, for the God's sake. Really, Steven here hasn't taken his eyes off her since she's walked in.
Dryad silk. It never creases or tears. I'm also wearing a crystal amulet. You said I just had my robe.
Dryad silk. You that as it may, doesn't it just shout out, "Hey, orc, come and stab me in my bare midriff. I got all my vital organs here."
I wear this kind of armor for mobility and comfort. Why take a blow when you can just dodge out of the way? You guys go right ahead and wear 80 pounds of metal armor and slog it out with the big uglies while Wakia and I dance circles around those heavy idiots and tear them to ribbons before they even realize it. Besides, you wouldn't believe how many creatures, human and non-human alike, that I've run through with my sword while they were staring at my breasts. Sex can be an armor all by itself. I've never been hit yet.
No, it takes us once. Alright, take it easy over there, Arnie. I think his codpiece ain't fitting right anymore. Really, Steven, are you still staring? Show some respect, man. They're gonna be our battle cohort soon.
No, it isn't that. I'm just transfixed with her eyes. Are your eyes actually glowing green, Wakia?
As I'm sure you know, my race all have keen night vision, which normally makes our eyes reflect light, like a cat or a wolf. In my case, being a sorceress makes my eyes glow from the mana that flows through my blood.
So, Wakia, I'm most interested in sorcery in general, academically speaking, of course. Now, your powers come to you naturally, then. You don't have to study your spells from books and such.
No, wizards toiled over that sort of thing to be able to harness the arcane. They would burst into flames if they actually channel mana like sorcerers do. Sorcerers are born, not trained. No amount of study can teach you to wield mana like we do.
Fascinating. Now, you know where your power comes from precisely? Drizzlebrack the Wise claims that sorcerers gain their power from pacts with creatures from the outer planes, whereas Mazanoble hypothesizes that sorcerers claim a direct line to ancient dragons. Could you possibly shine some light as to the particulars of...
Yeah, well, all the magic mumbo-jumbo is fascinating and all, I'm sure. Why don't you two talk some shop over some food? Everybody take a seat, swap some war stories, see what everybody's been up to. Wagons are all circled around, and we go looking in there, and so the fortune teller steps out of her wagon. Looks like she's gonna start casting a spell. A trigger-happy archer, this dude named Blackman, sinks 2 arrows into her chest, nearly kills her. So we take off and come back to their camp the next morning. Brother Steven here, ever the diplomat, finds a caravan leader, and the first thing out of his mouth is, "Sorry we shot your mom."
No, it didn't quite happen that way exactly.
Black Moon, huh? We had this guy named Bloodclaw in our last group. Remember him, Wakia? Poor bastard fell right down some kind of ventilation shaft in the last dungeon. Wakia cast a fly spell and went down a few hundred feet to find him at the bottom.
There wasn't enough of him to bring back up, so there he remains.
Oh, brutal. Hey, you ever notice those guys with the made-up names like that always seem to be tools? They've always got like Blood or Shadow or Talon or Dark or Wolf or Moon or Hawk or something like that in their name. It's always like they take one from column A, one from column B. So there's some dude says names like Blood Wolf or Dark Moon or Nighthawk or Blood Hawk Wolf Wing Shitstorm. I'm always a little leery. Talent usually doesn't live up to the name.
And I hate it when they put their profession or their race in their name. That is so stupid. Hello, I'm Elf Druid, or I'm Dark Warrior. Goddess, come on.
I've always laughed at the thought of where a name like that comes from. The two parents are looking down at their beautiful newborn baby, and they look at each other lovingly and say, "Oh, let's name him Death Rage." A bit pretentious to name yourself something like that, I think.
Hey, well met.
Is this our mysterious benefactor at last?
Nah. Hey, Steven. It's the guy Mr. Spooky here with the hooded cloak and the black mask. Well met, stranger. I am Rosner, leader of this merry band. What might you be?
I am the shadow that slips through the forest and leaves no trace. Hunted for, I cannot be tracked. Listened for, I cannot be heard. My twin blades thirst for the blood of my enemies, and they are legion. Arrows from my mighty bow fly swift and true. None can match my skill.
Not much for timeliness, though. Well, if you live up to that, then you're more than welcome to join us. What's your name there, Ranger?
I am known throughout the land as Shadow Wolf.
He's got two of them in there.
What's so funny?
Hello again, darling. It's been far too long.
Look at me get the naked chick.
Maybe there is something to this whole naming thing.
Well, the name Bloodclaw is free.
Hey, moment.
Alrighty then, let's get pressed.
Good lords, it's a beard with legs.
Worse, it's a dwarf. Where's the ale? When we start clearing some skulls, lads.
Don't mind if I do.
Well met, friend dwarf. I am Rosner, and this is our company. Frodek Grimguzzler, at your service. Havax will travel, as long as there's ale. All right, you two. Well, take a seat. The patron's supposed to be here soon.
Hey, moment.
Speak of the devil.
Well met, Rosner and assembled party. Looks to be a hale and hearty crew. Allow me to introduce myself and let you know the reason why I've summoned you all here. I am Sir Reginald Greybeard of the Imperial Guard. I served the Imperial line faithfully for 58 years until the death of the last Emperor.
Yes, that would have been Emperor Faustino Thade II of the year of 1257 AE, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm sure is not the case.
Yes, as you say, 1257 in spring, I seem to recall. Since then, I have wandered this entire continent looking for a way to find some peace.
Wait a minute. I hate to interrupt you, but the numbers don't add up. It's 1423. I know some of the other races like elves and dwarves can live to be several hundred years old, but that would make you...
249, yes.
That's impossible, even in Borada Hatuk.
You look no older than a man in your 70s. That brings me precisely to my point, ladies and gentlemen. As I said before, I have roamed this land seeking peace. So I have decided where I have failed alone, perhaps a seasoned team of stalwart adventurers such as yourselves could lead me on this last and hopefully lethal mission. You say hopefully lethal, as if one of the goals of the quest is that one or more of us dies? Oh, most certainly. But I think you will misunderstand my meaning. When I say that I hope someone dies in our quest, the person that I hope to die is me.
Why does someone with a name like Shadow Wolf get the naked chick? Is he all that, or is he just hype? Did Arden Glenfingallen pack a potion to keep his allergies in check? Will they have enough ale to keep the dwarf from trashing the place? Who is this Sir Greybeard, and why does he want to die? Is it his destiny, or is he nuttier than a Salcidian fruitcake? And how many of our adventurers are doomed to Sir Greybeard's fate as well? Tune in again next time for these answers and more in the next chapter of The Epic Adventurers. In this episode, the parts of all male characters were played by Sean T. Young. Shalina was played by Sherry Young, and Wakia was played by Willow Young. Additional voices were supplied by Esme and Malcolm Young. The music tracks Take a Chance, Ritual, Call to Adventure, Master of the Feast, and Greta Sting were from Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, with other music from Peter Keister at https://soundcloud.com/Keister. Various other sound effects were from www.freesound.org. Follow the Epic Adventurers on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and SoundCloud.